creators called it football?
Soccer?
You know, you play it with your feet.
Reading between the headlines.
Soccer? But it's really called football.
Soccer? Hello, football fans, and welcome back to Reading Between the Headlines. I'm Asaf Nisim, your host for another episode of Peruse the News, the live show where we catch up on the latest Chelsea news together, maybe some Premier League football, maybe some world football more broadly as well. And of course, as always, we live football and prosper as one should. Now, on the docket for today, first from ChelseaFC.com, 5 from training, November's work begins. That's just a bit of a behind. Live football and prosper. Thank you, Daniel Stock. Woo, good to see you again, my friend. It's been a minute. Haven't seen you at soccer either, or football as the case may be, because, you know, the creators called it football, and let's not beat around the bush. But yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check out that article at ChelseaFC.com. Get ready for the upcoming match. Next, we'll check out Enzo Maresca's pre-match press conference together. There we can perhaps find some tips as to how the Blues might show up against Manchester United on Sunday. Third, we will put together our own Reading Between the Headlines, Peruse the News, Chelsea lineup prediction for the match. We've been pretty good on this. The last one wasn't as great. I mean, it wasn't spot on, but definitely Maresca did some weird shit that we haven't seen him do yet this season. Lastly, we'll head over to theanalyst.com to check out their match preview as well, and how the Opta supercomputer, as they call it, has this fixture playing out. They do a bunch of simulations where they plug in a bunch of numbers, and I think they run it like 10,000 scenarios, 10,000 simulations of the upcoming match, and give up the readout. So we'll check that out, see what they've got going on. You know what we should probably do at some point, like a review of the Opta supercomputer. How did the Opta supercomputer fare? How has the Opta supercomputer fared over the last few matches for Chelsea specifically? Now, as a bonus per usual, if we have any time, maybe we'll stock some of our favorite Chelsea player Instagrams, alumni and current, some staff, some just people that I like. Okay, there's that. Before we continue, if you're new to the channel, why not do yourself a favor, do Asaf a favor, Soccer?
and whoa, that was a mistake. I meant to hit this button. This is the problem with producing your own show while you're hosting. Subscribe to the channel. That's really important so we can see you in the future. Hit that notification bell to know when we go live, especially. Notice today, if you've been watching the show at all, today is 6 p.m. we go live. 6 p.m. That is a new one, is it not? Yes, it is. I've not gone live at 6 p.m., so you wouldn't know about that unless you had that notification bell hit, or if you were browsing the YouTube feed, that's also possible, like my buddy Daniel Stock. I'm not even sure if he had the notification bell hit because, yeah, I get it. Nobody wants a ton of notifications from YouTube, but some people get them anyway. So why not subscribe to the channel and hit that bell? But most importantly, subscribe to the channel, because while we're a small channel, while we're ever growing, I would love to see you back here in that chat. There you go. Daniel Stock confirms he had no notification. He was just scrolling through, as many of us do. And that's fair. More importantly, hit that subscribe button. Get into my, you can call them DMs. They're not direct message or PMs, private messages, but maybe PMs, public messages into the chat, because guess what? I have this stream set up to ultra low latency. That way I can react in as close to real time to your messages as possible. Might sacrifice a bit of video quality, but them's the breaks when it comes to YouTube and live streaming. A lot of people might not know that, but that is the case. And this show to me is best when it is ultra live and as interactive as possible. So that said, yeah. Oh, next, after that marketing pitch, we go on to the next thing, which is checking out last stream's poll results. Now, I like to do this every stream. I like to throw a poll, at least one poll on the stream. On the last stream I did, which was a little bit ago. I know I've been slacking, guys. But guys, life happens, okay? But so the last poll I threw out there was an interesting one. I asked, how good will Estevao Willian be? There's a lot of hype of this wonder kid. A lot of people, there's always a wonder kid, right? There's always some wonder kid. And this time, I just wanted to see how good people think he's going to be, because he's killing it, breaking records in the Brazilian Premier League. They don't call it the Premier League, but the top tier of Brazil. Serie A. I don't know how they pronounce that, but it's Serie A basically. So 50% of you said elite. Estevao Willian is going to be elite. And the other 50% said world class. Nobody thought he'd be average. Nobody thought he would be just good. And I you know what? I think I've got a good feeling about Estevao Willian. Maybe Kendry Paez is a bit overrated. And I heard from other South Americans, Ecuadorians in particular, who think Kendry Paez is really overrated and he's going to come through and he's going to fall prey. This is another thing I hear. That's crazy that people voted like that. Why? You don't think he's going to be one of those two? You think he'll be? I mean, literally, he broke Neymar's record for the most goal contributions of a under 18-year-old or a U17, you could even say, player in that league. So, I mean, that's something. It's not like a throwaway league. These are, legit players. I mean, I got to say I've watched it, not at length, but time to time, and the defense ain't there. Defensively, you think it's a throwaway league, Dan? You don't think it's one of the better, like, not top-tier leagues? Like, okay, I'll give you. Well, you might think MLS is a throwaway league, but I mean, don't you think that the level in Brazil is at least as good as MLS? I mean, the tradition there is so strong that you have to think that it is. But I mean, either way, it's the top. It's the top of the Brazilian league. I mean, we're talking about the country that produces some of the best players in the world. That's true, Daniel. You know what Daniel says? Without real defense, nobody cares. And to be fair, we're talking about goal contributions, and I mean, it's pretty haggard over there, the defense in Brazil. But nobody wants to defend in Brazil. Everybody's on that samba. I guess it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? So anyway, 50% thought elite, 50% thought world class. And I have a good feeling about him, man. I'm going to say that. But okay, we move on. If you have all day on the ball, it's much easier. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, Daniel Stock has a good point. Daniel Stock has some decent takes. I'll give him that. For today's poll, we're going to throw a poll up there, as you can see right here. Start poll. Oh, yeah, start poll. Okay, the question is, we're keeping it simple here today, okay? What will the result be of Manchester United versus Chelsea this Sunday? That's the question. I have it written out already. Just copy and paste. And then there are really only 3 legit options. Daniel Stock. Maybe I want to be sugar. You want to come here more often. Maybe I should, man. If I'm nicer to you, will you come more often, Daniel? I don't think I'm mean to you, honestly. I think I'm nice to you. I think you're mean to me. I won't stream as much if you're mean to me, Daniel. Okay, so we have United win, Chelsea win, draw. I guess there is one more option. The other option is that match is abandoned or something like that. We'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at those 3 options. Oh, no, we want to delete this option. You're definitely nice to me. I'm the bad guy for sure. That's true. But you know what? It's always more fun. I like it. I welcome your bad guy, your trolling, your hot take. It makes this stream more fun. In fact, I want to get you back on here. I've been thinking about it. Something to spice up the stream. I want to get some fresh faces, some so fresh, so face situations going on the channel. And I think maybe getting Daniel Stock back in here to at least for a segment or two, you know what I'm saying, would be nice. If he's willing. We'll see what happens, but I think it's a good idea. So let's start this poll. Bam, poll started. And we will see
what people think. The votes are coming in. The votes are coming in. Okay, good. All right. Bad guy Daniel Stock. Why is it all the way up there now? Did I do something weird here? Okay, here we go. Daniel Stock, Chelsea win. That's how many votes? We got 2 votes so far. Come on, guys. There's 4 in here. Everybody needs to vote. Everybody needs to vote. Everybody that comes through. Okay. Oh, what am I doing here? Boom. Oh, no, I don't want to end the poll. No. Okay, good. Okay, we're back to it. All right. Let's move on from the poll. As y'all know, we will be heading over from Stamford Bridge to United at Old Trafford. That's not how the song goes. But we will be heading over to Old Trafford, and I love doing these little Google Earth. Oh no, it's on loop. I'm gonna have to cancel it. Okay, I'll cancel it after this. That was my mistake. Boom, twice over to Old Trafford. Okay, there you go. I like to do them. It's fun for me. I like to see it. Zoom out and zoom in. Okay, but yeah, we're headed over to Old Trafford to take on Manchester United. You saw the poll. And while United have been on a god-awful run this season, and let's be real, as Chelsea fans, it's great to hate on Man United. Their spiral into pool of dung and crap is really the greatest thing as a Chelsea fan. It doesn't get much better. Daniel Stock says, the only way we lose is if Enzo starts in midfield. Aha. We haven't gotten to that segment yet, Daniel Stock, where we will be putting together the lineup prediction for the match on Sunday. Right now, we're still taking a shit on Manchester United in the prelude to the first article, which we'll be checking out from Chelsea.com, ChelseaFC.com, because we love them feel-good articles from Chelsea FC. But, you know, as crappy as United are and have been for a long time since Sir Alex Ferguson got the hell out of Dodge, you can never underestimate Manchester United at home at Old Trafford in a classic match, as they say in Spain. I don't think they really say that in England, but against Chelsea. And not only that, they got that new manager bump. Let's be real. We can't take Manchester United. We just stumbled against Newcastle. It was the B team, but it was just god-awful. Come on, if anybody watched that game, it was god-awful. But you go over to Manchester United. You play them at Old Trafford. You're playing against them with a new manager bump after coming off a win 5-2 against Leicester City. And not only that, but the new manager, it's an interim manager, but it's Ruud van Nistelrooy, okay? This kind of pisses me off because this is exactly the wrong time to play Manchester United. I feel like this happened, like there's an extra new manager bump when it's like a former star player like Ruud van Nistelrooy. I mean, it makes perfect psychological sense. The United players are going to see, oh crap, now we've got Ruud to impress. We just did well in the last game. And it's Ruud van Nistelrooy, Manchester United legend. So I feel like everybody's going to be dotting their I's and crossing their T's in that game. And I think this is probably the worst time to play this turd heap of a team, Manchester United. Sorry if there are any Manchester United fans in here. I didn't mean that, but I do mean that. And so I'm a little concerned about this. I still think Chelsea can pull it out and will pull it out. But I think it's going to be I do think it's going to be a very aggressive, chippy game, as you saw in our against Newcastle, especially in the league game against Newcastle. That was a chippy game, and I think that United are going to look to make it that way, and it's going to be tough to keep it clean and the ball moving. But so that's what I think, and let's go over now to that article on ChelseaFC.com. Boom. All right. So here we go. A new month for Chelsea. Okay, it's called 5 from Training. November's work begins. The Blues begin November's match schedule with a trip to Old Trafford to play Manchester United on Sunday. After a midweek European assignment against Noah, we welcome Arsenal. What the hell is this?
After a midweek European assignment against Noah, we welcome Arsenal to Stamford Bridge before the final international break of the year. The month concludes with games against Leicester. Okay, that's fine. But Enzo Maresca will need his players to be at their best if we are to continue our positive start to the campaign. The last game was a little bit of a blip. At his media conference today, the head coach assessed our progress so far. I'm very happy because the way we want to play on and off the ball is quite clear, said the head coach. In terms of process, we're going to watch this actually. We are ahead of my expectations after almost 4 months and the results are okay, so we can continue like that. Yeah, I got to say, I like that. Measured. One of Chelsea's key performers so far this term is Nicholas Jackson. Okay. Maresca explained what has pleased him about the striker's displays. Yeah, that was a bad act. Dan, you're supposed to let my little moments go if they don't land, okay? If they don't land, just they didn't happen, okay? I didn't try to make an Italian accent. That didn't happen. It was... You know what? Fair play for calling me out. The way he links with his teammates, every time he drops, he gives us an extra man. Against Newcastle, he was dropping and creating many problems. When he attacks in behind, he is quick and can score goals. True. What do you think, Dan? You think Nicholas Jackson is... Do you think he really deserves all the plaudits that he's had so far? Or do you think he's just having some good moments and not quite showing that he's a real dominant force of an attacker, of a striker? I don't know. I mean, I hope he is, but it just feels like there's something missing, doesn't it? He's putting in the work. Okay. So Daniel says Nico is a shithead, but yeah, he's putting in the work. Yeah, he's putting in the work. He's getting it done for the most part. Let's see. He's got 6 goals and 3 assists. It's pretty darn good. I mean, it's pretty damn decent. Is that? Just looking over at this real quick. I think that's season, as in Premier League season. 6 goals, 3 assists. That's pretty darn good in 9 matches, to be fair. But yeah, I'm concerned that I don't know. Something's missing with him. Anyway, so Cole Palmer's combination play with Jackson has gone from strength to strength ahead of the trip back to his home city in a game against his boyhood club. Maresca confirmed Palmer will return to the starting 11, having remained on the bench in midweek. Daniel Mitzner, the link-up play is more impressive than anything else. I think, he's a good link-up player, but he, you know what it is? I go back to something I said early in the season, which is that I think in tight spaces, he's lacking. In tight spaces, something's missing. He's great, picking the ball up in space, and he's great playing the link-up play and dropping in deep, linking up, and then going forward. Mitzner, and the fact that he isn't missing wide open goals and improving incredibly low bar for sure. Yeah, that's true, actually, because really, early on, it wasn't just that he was not getting the goals and assists. The service was there. He was missing big chances. Moving forward. Okay. Maresca confirmed Palmer will return to the starting 11, having remained on the bench in midweek. He needs to enjoy his football, and when he does that, you can see what he can do, explained Maresca. Cole plays well, even when he doesn't score, because he allows the rest of the team to play in the right way. He's a very important player for us. Yes. Some images from training. It was a long and testing session at Cobham for the squad with just over 48 hours to go until kickoff at Old Trafford. But the players also found time to enjoy themselves, something Maresca has regularly stressed is an important element of getting the best out of the team. How about Nkunku's performance in the EFL Cup? I got to hear something out of Daniel Stock for that, because he didn't do it, did he? He didn't step up and just cement that he deserves to be starting, right? He deserves to be the striker. He deserves to be that guy. He didn't do it, which is sad, which is very sad. Oh, that's it. Only saw the match facts. Yeah. Well, even just looking at the match facts, you can determine that he didn't get that goal. He didn't. I mean, what does FOTMob even say he got for in terms of his match performance? Oopsies. Yeah, 5.9. Yeah, he really didn't do anything. I mean, Badiashile and Disasi, don't even get me started, bro. What a terrible... I just never want to see Disasi on our team sheet ever again. Daniel Stock, even over the weekend when he came off the bench, he made some bad decisions. Yeah, actually, that's true, too. He did not look good when he came off the bench. Sad, because he's really that... He seemed like he was that guy, right? All right, let's throw on the Maresca pre-match press conference. Yeah, let me just...
Enzo, hello. Manchester United have just made a massive announcement. Ruben Amorim is their new manager. He's only 39. He's never managed outside.
So they've... Yeah.
What do you think?
How crazy is that?
All the best to him. And again, if the...
I didn't even know they announced him, but yeah, so United, obviously everybody knows, they sacked Ten Hag. They sent the Dutchman seaworthy. The volume's super low on the YouTube video. Okay. You know what? Let's start that over. Let me know if this is...
Enzo, hello. Manchester United have just made a massive announcement.
Is that better? Let me, you know what? Let me do this. Can increase it here. Let me know if this is better. Thanks for letting me know.
Ruben Amorim is their new manager. He's only 39. He's never managed outside.
39 years old.
No, first of all the best to him. And
he's speaking.
again, if the people in charge, they took that decision, it's because they think it's the correct one. So all the best to him and all the best to Man United.
And your old friend...
My new haircut, Daniel? Well, obviously not Maresca's new haircut. I just shaved it today. I did it myself. Whatever. You like? It doesn't seem like you like. Is it really not that... It's not good, What is going on? I don't want it to be too loud anyway.
He's in interim charge for this weekend.
You know what? Let's do it.
Have you spoken to him? And do you think
thank you,
Chelsea
Daniel.
can
Thank you.
capitalize on all the upheaval currently going on?
Let me increase the volume
I
here.
can speak with Ruth. I will give him a big hug on Sunday before the game. And yeah, we expect
I will give him a good hug.
So,
what are your memories of playing with him?
first of all,
Daniel
fantastic
Mitzner.
guy,
So
humble.
I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were here for that, but we had talked about the manager bump. I'm really concerned about the manager bump with a star like legend former player. What do you say? Don't you feel like the manager bump is even more when it's like an iconic player that goes that is managing? Like, you know, you saw it with Lampard, you saw it with even like Di Matteo. I'm not gonna say he's iconic. Lamar's? Who's Lamar? Lampard. It didn't work. I think he did well when he first came, and then it just went like it was good for like a hot second with Lampard. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But I feel like that's the case. What do you think, Mitzner?
Unfortunately,
Yeah. But you have it built in when you're a guy like Van Nistelrooy. It's like you don't have to do anything. You just step on the pitch. You step out of into the locker room, and people are just like, holy crap, I don't want to look like shit in front of Ruud Van Nistelrooy. You know what I'm saying?
Time when he was already finished in terms of play. But even with that, you
don't need to prove yourself. You're already proven.
So, but first of all, the best thing is that we had a very good group of human beings in that time with Malaga. So it's always nice to remember that kind of moment.
Chelsea haven't won at Old Trafford
I didn't even know he played with Ruud Van Nistelrooy.
in the league.
Mitzner, but he's been there for the whole season, so I feel like the players know him at this point. Actually, that's a good point. But now he's at the head of the... that's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe it won't have as much of a... You know what? Maybe it'll have the opposite effect. Maybe it's just like, we know you've been here. You're not... And they just announced the new manager, so it's definitely not going to be Ruud van Nistelrooy. It's going to be Ruben Amorim. But... I don't know. I like to think about all these psychological things. By the way, guys, if you're in here and you're new to the channel or you've been a stalker to the channel, why not give it a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell if you want to know when we go live. But most importantly, subscribe and get in the chat. Why? Because it's more fun that way. I want to see you in the chat. Hit me up in real time because I will respond, even if you're trolling me like Daniel Stock or... Daniel Mitzner. We got a bunch of Daniels, a lot of Daniels up in here. Okay, back to the video with Enzo Maresca.
Over a decade, since 2013. Is this a good time to be playing them, do you think?
We didn't win that since 2014. Oh, yeah. Hopefully it's a good time. I hope so. That shows how difficult is that stadium, and not only for us, for every club. And we're gonna try to do our best and try to win the game.
Can you tell us about any team news? Obviously, Reece James is hoping to start a third Premier League game. Is he okay? And Wesley Fofana, you were saying, was playing in pain. Is he okay to start this one?
They are all available, unless Jadon, that he has been ill in the last days.
Chelsea's Old Trafford curse. 11 years and no wins. What in the league? Wow.
To win at Old Trafford.
No,
that's an insane stat, actually.
To win in the last game against the Newcastle, Carabao. Unfortunately,
Newcastle.
we lost, but we prepare every game to try to win. And the reason why we make changes, I said many times, is not because there is A team or B team. We are all one team. The only reason is because they all deserve to play. Some of them, they are playing in the Premier League game. Some of them in the Conference or Carabao.
I'm sorry. Does Disasi deserve to play? What do you mean we all deserve to play? All deserve to play. Does Disasi deserve to play? After Badiashile, that suicide pass to Caicedo, giving up that goal, does he deserve to play? It's a question. It's a good question.
But in one game, in 2 games, they can change. The ones that they are playing in Carabao Conference, they can play Premier League game, and in the other side.
Should we speed this up?
I said already 2-3 times that for me, we are 24-25 outfield players, and there is only one team, only one squad, and what we try.
Yeah, Daniel Stock brings up a good point. I need more out of Noni this weekend. Aren't we fickle and short, and don't we have short memory? But it's true, right? I've been saying this for some time. Like, I realize that Noni's been fantastic. I realize that he's stepped up big time this season. I'm really hype about it, honestly. But I just always feel like it's going to fall apart with him. Like, he's just going to get frustrated. His inexperience, his youth is going to get the better of him. And it's just going to drop off and he's going to slump. I feel like that happens with young players. And from what I saw, worried about streakiness. Exactly, Daniel Mitzner. Like, I'm worried. That's exactly it. We tend to see that with young players, right? And I feel like last season, he didn't quite, he looked frustrated against like really strong Premier League defenders, and I'm just worried that's going to happen too. So I like that you brought that up, Daniel Stock, because I'm worried about him. And you know what else? To be fair, maybe he just needs to get benched. He seems like the type of guy, when he gets challenged, when Maresca challenges him and says, hey buddy, you haven't scored goals in a while, he gets up there and he scores a goal. I made a short about this not too long ago. Like Maresca said, he challenged Noni. He was like, hey, you scored 3 at Wolves at Wolverhampton, but you haven't scored since. In that game, he scores. Like, maybe he's the type of player that needs to get benched. And guess what? We've got the players to back it up. We've got other players that can step in right now that are in somewhat form. I mean, at least you can say Jadon Sancho and Pedro Neto. I'm not sure they've played at the same time. I don't think they've started together, because Pedro Neto is viewed more of like in either or actually no, he's viewed as a right winger, I guess. So he should he should be able to start with Sancho, and maybe that'll happen eventually. Hopefully Maresca has, is not afraid or doesn't shy away from doing something like that.
Try to do is to share minutes with all of them.
And what would you say about Enzo Fernandez at the moment? You seem to show your frustration.
Yeah, I made a short, Daniel Stock, all right? Oh, you made a short, big content creator you are, huh? Little content creator, so small, so much potential. But you know what? You know what? If people subscribe, which they are, they're subscribing. I get it. I'm not saying that it's not growing. We are growing. I am growing. However, the more subscriptions, the more time I can put into the shorts. I like making them. I got a lot of shorts. How many shorts do you have, Daniel Stock? Yeah, he has been. Daniel Mitzner seems like Neto is taking Sancho's spot lately. But I would be interested to see, again, I'll repeat, I want to see Neto I want to see, if not this game, and then Madueke doesn't produce, I want to see Neto on the right and Sancho on the left. Or actually Neto on the left and Sancho on the right. That would be interesting because I like to see a right-footed winger on the right and a left-footed winger on the left. Excuse me. I like that. Maybe I'll call me old school. He's been good lately, Daniel Stock, Neto. He's been good lately.
Frustration with him during that game.
I like Sancho too.
In the Premier League. You still believe in Enzo?
I show frustration with Enzo.
I think so. When he misplaced a pass.
Oh, I show frustration with all of them. Don't look only at Enzo. I'm still.
Daniel Stock
Enzo.
was not
Not
a Sancho fan
that,
before
I
the
can
season.
use confidence on him. The reason why he's not playing in the Premier League is because in this moment I take different decision, but my confidence is 100% with Enzo.
And just one last one, if I may. Cole Palmer, you kept back in midweek. You didn't put him on the field, but he scored 4 times against United last season. Are you expecting a big performance from him?
I hope so. He's going to play. I guess he's going to play.
Thanks for confirming that.
He's doing every time.
Maresca.
Very good. I said at the beginning of the season, if we expect him from him 20 goals again and 20 assists again, probably is wrong.
Neto really
because
impressed recently. Last couple of times he was on the pitch for sure.
Enjoy football. And if he enjoy, for sure he's going to score and for sure he's going to assist his teammates. So Cole is playing well not only when he scores goals, he's playing well even when he doesn't score because allow the rest to play the right way.
Sarai?
Hello.
Yeah, we read that.
We've seen 2 right backs, Reece and Gusto, this season play more, a little bit on the left. Gusto a little bit more. He's been getting into more attacking positions.
That's going to be interesting to predict who's going to be our fullbacks for this match. Because
can we expect to see him stay in that role now?
dealer's choice right now. Who knows what's going to... Let's see if there are any clues
first
here.
of all, because we think that with the Malo there,
So what I was just saying is, I don't know how much you heard me over the YouTube, but like, it's going to be an interesting one to predict what's going to happen. You think it's going to be Reece and Gusto again, Daniel Stock? I tend to think that Maresca will go with that, but I'm not sure, and I'm not sure I love it. Obviously, Reece needs to get minutes, and he's one of our best players, if not our best player besides Cole Palmer when they're at their best. But I like Cucurella, and I don't like playing fullbacks out of position like that if we can avoid it, personally. But it'll be interesting, and so that's Daniel Stock's prediction, Reece and Gusto.
playing as a 10, we can create on course.
What, you think he's been bad, Daniel? You think Cucurella's been not good enough?
Malo is helping us.
I don't remember a bad performance.
Because he's playing as a holding midfielder, he's playing in the pocket, he's playing, I think, for some moment, like central defender. So it's like a little bit like Renato, some of them that they are playing in different positions.
And there's Renato too.
For sure, Malo is doing well.
But he won't, obviously.
To continue that way.
Another player that played in a different position, Dewsbury
He was
Hall against
suspended.
Newcastle, was on the right wing.
5 yellow
Was this something
cards.
that in your head you wanted to implement on the pitch and wanted to try out, or was it because you wanted to sort of?
He was
rest on it
suspended.
And Sancho was sick. Will we see him there?
No. Yeah, the idea was to try also with Keenan. We play in different shape against Newcastle, just to try to control a little bit more the game. Don't make basketball game that I think for 20-25 minutes until their goal. The plan was there. Then we conceded the goal in 10 minutes. We lost the game. But could be an idea for the future.
And when it comes to loan players, how often do you manage to keep up with them? Because Andre Santos.
Midweek? Yeah, I'll show you who started that game. Here we go. Yeah, so you had Nkunku at the front, Felix, Mudryk. I don't even know how he got a 7.1. Dewsbury Hall, Fernandez, Vega, Disasi, Tosin, Badiashile and Kukurea. Yeah, but and Jorgensen obviously. Yeah, it's just I just thought, how does Mudryk get that rating? I mean, what the hell did he do? What did he really? Yeah, Kukurea was in the B squad. I don't know why. That's a good question. Yeah, I wonder if that's telling. That's a good point. Like, is that his new home? Hopefully not. And I don't think his performances have been good. He wasn't responsible for the goal. Look, the whole team is responsible, but he wasn't overtly responsible for the goals. It was basically Disasi and Badiashile.
Won the most duels in League One. How much you can actually consider him, because he's a wonderful 8-8
Yeah,
pass, and he kind of fits
but
the
on
profile of what you were picking
on the left,
midfield.
maybe.
Yeah, Andre Santos
think
is
on the
just
left.
show what we said already many times, that probably for some players it's better that they go, they prove themselves, and they can come back.
Was
So it's
Chilwell
what
on the
Andre Santos
bench?
is
Don't
doing.
even know.
We see now it's too early, but if continuing in the
let
way
me
that
make
he's
this
playing,
smaller.
will be an option for us.
Wonderful, thank you.
Rob.
Hi, Enzo. It would have seemed quite hard to believe when Enzo Fernandez, when the club broke the British transfer record to bring him, that within a couple of years he wouldn't be kind of a first choice.
Chilwell was on the bench.
Is it fair to say that he's not indispensable now to your plans in the way that, say, Palmer or Jackson or Caicedo are?
I like to say that we have, as I said, we don't have A team or B team. I also like to say that there are players that they are fantastic player, but for me, we don't have indispensable.
Vital, indispensable players.
Exactly,
necessary.
exactly. Because if Cole for any reason is not playing, he's playing Joao. And if Nico is not going to play for any reason, he's playing Cristo. So there is not the one that we cannot change them, but we are the reason why we change players is because we think that all of them they are good. As I said, for sure, some of them they are better than the rest. But that means that they are always the ones that they are going to play. In this moment, I know that you are looking for some different reason for Enzo, but for Enzo it's very simple. He's not playing in this moment. We have so many games. He's going to play for sure in the future. Now he's not playing. Doesn't mean that he's not going to play tomorrow in 2 days, and that means that Romeo and Moy they are always going to play, because in the moment that some of them drop, probably we can change.
What do Caicedo and Lavio as a partnership
I mean,
bring
that's
to the
just
team that
part of
doesn't?
having a competitive team, right?
First of all, it's a matter of balance. I think in this moment,
I like that he's honest about that.
They give us also physicality, strength in the middle, and this is the reason why we found the option Malo in the pocket. Otherwise, when we play with Enzo, it has to be Enzo and one between Moy and Romeo. And when Enzo move, probably we struggle a little bit in the middle in terms of physicality. That is something that in this moment Moy and Romeo they give us, but doesn't mean that in one game we cannot play with Joao and Cole in the pocket. Depends on the game. Probably soon we're gonna see Joao and Cole playing together in the pocket with a striker, but it's always
That'd be
the game
interesting.
that require a little bit different plan.
Liam.
Hi Enzo. A lot of Chelsea's
Not
goals
too
this
happy
season
with
have
Joao
come
either,
from
to be honest.
Slightly quicker attacks, but you've spoken
I'd like
several
to see
times
more
about
out of him.
You don't want the team to get involved in basketball games and give up quick attacks as well. How do you go about finding that balance? with
You
the
mean
team?
the goal we score?
A lot of the goals Chelsea are scoring are
we
quick
score,
attacks,
yeah.
but you've said you don't want to give up quick attacks to the other team as well. So how do you find that balance between playing slow but also trying to play fast at times?
No, it's not. For me, it's not play slow or play fast. It's if you think Brighton game, we prepare the game, try to attack quick because the space was in behind. But we cannot plan the same game against Nottingham Forest when they sit back and they are in their side. So depend of the game. For sure, we are players in the wide area or in front that they can attack quick, for sure. But I said many times, the problem when you attack quick is then they're gonna attack quick.
Daniel Mitzner. I would like to see Joao on the pitch a little more. I don't think it's reasonable to expect much from him if he gets so few minutes. I mean, true.
And then become
that's one of
like
those things.
Newcastle, up and down. That for physical team,
Need more minutes to play well. Needs to play well in order to get more minutes.
And probably the reason why we scored many goals in the second half.
You know, but that's like age old. You know, when you get those minutes, you gotta step up. You gotta show it. And then if you don't, then you don't get the more minutes. I mean, he's starting cup games. He started and he did not played the full match on in midweek against Newcastle.
Was Leicester. It's because probably the first half,
If you can't produce,
because we touch, and they run, probably they cannot maintain that for 95 minutes. So second half, the last half an hour, they start to drop, and this is the moment that we start to create more chances and score goals. So depends a little bit of the plan of the game.
Roman?
Hi Enzo. In the last 6 games, no clean sheets, and 5 of those have seen goals scored in the 6-yard box. So against Panathinaikos, Curtis Jones in the 6-yard box, Isak's goal 6-yard box, Disasi 6-yard box. Is it one of many problems? Does this concern you?
No, yeah. From the last 6 you said.
Yes, it's no clean sheet, but 5 of those we've got.
How many we won from the last 6? If we concede 1 and we score 2, I'm happy. The problem is depends. No, I said many times we have we have many things that we need to improve. But I said the way we attack, but also
What
the way
did
we
he
defend.
say?
For sure, it's something that
Let's
we need to
look at that
improve.
real quick.
But because there are so many things that we need to improve and we need to do, you cannot focus in all of them. So you start with the priority. Okay, go with this.
Conceding goals in the 6-yard box.
For sure, it's something that we need to consider and we need to improve.
Davide?
Ciao Enzo. I want to talk about Nicholas Jackson and how he has developed into a reliable striker. How happy are you with his progress?
No, yeah, very happy. Very happy, first of all, because Nico is helping us not only in terms of numbers, score and assist, it's also helping us.
I think he was saying that we've been conceding a lot of goals in the 6-yard box. You could see against Nottingham Forest, that was in the 6-yard box. Against Liverpool, it was, 2 in the box, not in the 6. That's the 6. Obviously, the goalkeeper's area. And then, so we're giving up opportunities in close is a problem. Defensively, Panathinaikos also 6-yard box. That was an interesting point. Newcastle 6-yard box. And then last Newcastle, that was an own goal. Yeah. I do feel like, it's Disasi in the box is a joke. It's like, get out of here. I mean, I think that was his own goal, right? That was Disasi's own goal, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, it was Disasi. All right, let's go back to this.
Us in terms of the way we want to play, the way he's linked with his teammates, and he's helping us a lot in the process. Every time he drops, he gives us an extra man. Against the Newcastle, you saw he was dropping and create many problems. When he attacks him behind, he's quick and he can score
Talking
goals.
about Nicholas Jackson.
We are very happy, and since we start, we are trying to work with him in different area, and one of the areas is to when drops and when I drop, what I have to do, because sometimes you say you have to drop, but then what's happened? So we are trying to improve Nicholas and trying to work on him since we start.
And how happy are you with the progress in general of the team, the progress you guys have done since you've been here?
No, very happy because
I repeat, for
for
me, Nico is not good in tight spaces. That's what makes me feel like he's never going to get to that world-class level.
It's normal, but in terms of
I don't know.
process, I said that we are ahead of my expectation after, I think, 4 months.
He loses it.
And fortunately, also the results, more or less, they are okay. So hopefully we can continue on that.
Okay. That's that one. Okay, that's auto starting. Got that off. We won't watch the Ruud van Nistelrooy pre-match. I don't want to spend too much time. Is Jamie Vardy not good in tight spaces? I don't get the feeling from Vardy on that. That's an interesting one, though. Let's see. I think not that this is necessarily telling, but you can check maybe the stats on him. To be fair, he's not in the Premier League this season. He gets a lot of goals in the box, but that's not necessarily in tight spaces. But I think actually That's an interesting one. Maybe do you think Jamie Vardy is world class? Is he a world class striker? I like the rankings that here. You see that? Yeah, exactly. So this is kind of the question. Is Jamie Vardy world class? I don't know if he quite gets to the world class. Yeah, maybe he has. Maybe you could say he's had world class seasons, and it becomes a bit of a. Yeah, I mean, well, I think N'Golo Kante probably carried Leicester to the Premier League title as much as Vardy did, as well as Riyad Mahrez, as well. Haven't heard that name in a while, right? But I think you could actually make an argument that Kante was probably the most consequential that season. But okay, yeah, and I'm a huge Vardy fan. I would say perhaps he might be world class, but I think more likely, if we're using this little chart that I've got over here that I found on Twitter one day from this guy, elite is probably where he lands by and large. And but I think he's also better in tight spaces than Nicholas Jackson. If we're just talking from a technical standpoint, he's probably better in tight space. And take a look at Nicholas Jackson. See when he gets a touch in the box in tight space. When was this chart created? Yeah, it was created this season. But yeah, look at it. I know you're not agreeing with much of it. Daniel Stock. I think it's Enzo Fernandez. I gotta pull it up actually. Let me pull that up. What is that? Player. Pull it up for myself. Yeah, because he's Enzo Fernandez at the top in the world class ranking. Look at where Nicholas Jackson is. Good sometimes, bad sometimes. Yeah, no, absolutely. Vardy's been good across over his entire career at the top level. I mean, he has. Even for England, he's been very good in my opinion. But I agree with that. It's a question if he's world class or not. I don't know. Let's move on. Let's go to the lineup prediction. Why? Because they put Enzo Fernandez at world class. I mean, when you win a World Cup, and like I say, I mean, okay, Daniel hates that I say this, but I think from a technical standpoint, Enzo Fernandez is really high quality. Just the way his first touch, the way he can strike the ball a million ways to next Sunday, outside of the foot, inside of the foot, just both feet. I mean, okay. So yeah, Daniel doesn't agree, but okay. I'm not saying, I think he's got a ways to prove that he's world class. I don't agree necessarily with that chart, but I just thought it was a nice categorization there. It was the levels there that I appreciate. Okay, so first things first. Unfortunately, actually, I think this is one of our weakest positions right now. Is goalkeeper. Wouldn't you say? It's kind of our, I don't want to say it's our weakest position, but it's one of our weaker positions. Valverde, Bellingham, Odegaard, KDB, Rodri. Is that all the world-class players? Okay, Odegaard. Yeah, obviously Rodri just won the Ballon d'Or, deservedly so. Valverde. Is Valverde world-class yet? Is he there? Okay. I don't watch enough La Liga, honestly. I should, but it's kind of boring to me, La Liga. Let's be real. It's just, can we just admit that it's a little boring? Where the hell is my... Okay. Bellingham. I've actually seen top, I forget who, just former players and players say that Bellingham is not world class, which I don't agree with. But Like, he's not world class yet. Somebody, I forget who it was talking. Maybe it was I don't know. It was an English former player. All right, so yeah, it's probably going to be Robert Sanchez, who is probably one of our weaker positions. Today we move on to the next. Let's go to the left back position. Okay, so you know what? Let's just go easy here. Colwell, right? It's gonna be Colwell. No, it wasn't Trevo Chalobah. It's gonna be Colwell. It's gonna be Fofana, even though Fofana pisses me off, but I'll take. It's gonna be him. And then, okay, so Daniel Stock thinks it's gonna be Malo Gusto at right back. Reece James at right back and Malo Gusto on the left. I say there's probably a chance that Cucurella comes in and plays left back. He probably won't because he played in midweek. So I'm gonna go with was it Reece on the left? I don't even remember. Yeah, it was Reece on the left, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So Reece on the left. Yeah. I think it's gonna be. I think you're right. I think that's what it's gonna be. Because I think mostly because Cucurella played in midweek. Otherwise, there's a better chance that he comes in and plays left back, and Reece James is back on the right. Cucurella comes on in the second half, and Reece moves over to the right. Yeah, okay. Probably. Okay, I can get on board with that. And then it's going to be Gusto on the right. Gusto number 27. Okay. Okay, so now we have, let's go over here. I highly doubt that Fernandez comes back on. Yeah, it's got to be Lavia, right? It's got to be Lavia and Caicedo. If not, that would be really weird. There's no reason to bring Fernandez back in, right? It's just, like I say, I believe in him. I think he'll be good. I hope he comes good for us. But yeah, he's not coming back in. Okay, so it's going to be Sancho. It's going to be Sancho back in on the left. Don't you say? Wouldn't you say? He's 19. I think he's coming back. And then it's probably going to be... Did he say he was ill? I don't think so. Did he? Let's check here real quick. Sancho injury status. Oh. Okay, this is a article here. Why Jadon Sancho? This is from Sports Illustrated. Why Jadon Sancho won't play for Chelsea against Manchester United. Chelsea travel, blah, 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 blah. Unfortunately for the Blues, they'll be without one of their best signings of the summer, Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho has enjoyed his start to Chelsea life, making 5 appearances so far, registering 3 assists. He didn't start against Newcastle this time, right? Suffering from illness from Maresca, though his physical health isn't a factor in whether or not he'd be able to play against his former and parent club. Anyway, why Jadon Sancho won't play for Chelsea against Manchester United. Sancho is on loan. Oh, right. He's on loan. He can't play against Manchester United. It's not going to be Sancho. Totally forgot about that. That is a good point. So this is another question. Who's going to play on the left? Do you think Maresca is going to play Neto? I sure as hell hope he doesn't play Mudryk. That would be awful. Neto, Cole, Madueke. Yeah, it's going to be Neto. I think you're right. What can I say? Daniel Stock coming in strong with the prediction. Palmer, number 20. It's funny that Mudryk has the number 10, isn't it? And then obviously Jackson and Madueke on the right. Let's forget 11. Yeah. So there you have it. That's the lineup. What are the possible, what could we possibly be wrong about here? Like, I doubt he's not gonna start Mudryk, but it's possible he starts Mudryk. Do you think there's a chance? Okay, yeah. Yeah, Daniel Mitz, Donnie. It's not gonna be Sancho because he's on loan from Manchester United. He can't play against his parent club. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Daniel. Maybe this would be interesting, even though obviously Nkunku didn't have a great match midweek. Maresca confirmed that Enzo Fernandez isn't playing. Okay. I would like to see Nkunku start on the left, honestly, and Neto on the right instead of Madueke, but that's not going to happen because Madueke didn't play. He came on as a sub in midweek. It's not going to be. Yeah, I think it's going to be this. I think this is the most likely lineup here that we came up with. But it would be nice to see possibly Nkunku. But Neto just had such a relatively good game in midweek. I think he was our star, if you can even say. That's right. He started against Newcastle at last weekend so I think this is going to be it. All right. That's that. Little reminder, folks, if you're in here for the first time or if you've been here before and you're just stalking and not subscribing yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell to know when we go live. If you feel like doing it, I'm not exactly the notification bell type of guy, so I understand if you're not, but hit the like, hit the subscribe. I want to see you here. I want to see you in the chat. You can't just be me and the two Daniels coming up with all the lineup predictions. We need more input from y'all. Yeah, Neto and Noni. Yeah, it's probably going to be... subscribe. Asaf is a kick-ass drummer. Thank you. Look, Daniel. I am surprised. Mr. Stock. Really, really nice of you, sir. Really nice of you to talk me up like that. That's a first. His soccer opinions suck, though. I'll take it. Maybe I'll hit the drums. Sometime soon on one of these streams. Let's go over and as a last part, let's go check out the Opta supercomputer, see what they say. I perused this real quick. I perused it and I was a little disappointed. Oh, what the hell? All right. Yeah. Okay. Manchester versus Chelsea prediction. This is from the last. Okay. That's not that. You don't need to read all that. The Red Devils have moved swiftly to right. We know Ruben Amorim. Until then, Van Nistelrooy, who oversaw a 5-2 win over Leicester City in the EFL Cup on Wednesday, will be in charge with games against PAOK in the UEFA Europa League and Leicester in the Premier League to follow the visit of Chelsea. While the midweek feast of goals will have undoubtedly improved the mood somewhat at United, their two prior home league games against some of the competition's other top sides this season were hard to stomach. Those matches saw the Red Devils lose 3-0 to both Liverpool and Tottenham. But will it be different now Ten Hag is gone? Ten Hag lost 32% of his Premier League games in charge of United, 27 out of 85. Ooh, that sounds like a horrible return. The joint biggest proportion, along with David Moyes, 11 out of 34. Daniel Mitzner, yeah, I know, I hate when that's the arrangement. So lame. What did I miss?
7 of his 27 defeats, including the 4-3 at Chelsea last term, come via 90th minute winners, the highest percentage, 26%, of any manager to lose 20-plus games in the Premier League history, a concerning indictment of United's mentality under Ten Hag, according to some. While Amorim is waiting in the wings, this is another opportunity for Van Nistelrooy to ease the tension at Old Trafford. United sit 14th and might be even lower come kickoff. This is the Opta Supercomputer. This is the Analyst.com, Daniel Stock. United sit 14th and might be even lower come kickoff, meaning their European aspirations could be hanging by a thread already if they drop yet more points. United have picked up just 11 Premier League points this season. Cut to the fluff. Okay. Daniel Stock. He's impatient. But you know what? I got to get out of here anyway because I got to go meet a certain someone for a certain concert. But I wanted to see where the most important thing is I wanted to see the simulations by the computer. Okay, so here's the computer. The supercomputer is struggling to separate these sides. Why would they be so struggling to separate our sides? We're way ahead of them in the league. We're way more in form and more. They're at Manchester United's in 14th place. Okay. Supercomputer is struggling to separate these sides ahead of what looks like to be a tight affair. In 37.8% of the model simulations, United came out on top. And that gives them the edge, but only just. 37.8%. They're the winners. Chelsea were the winners in 37.3% of the 10,000 data-led simulations, while a draw occurred in 24.9%. How is that? I mean, they must input the stats like over the years. The fact that we haven't beaten them in the league since 2011 at Old Trafford is insane. But here you go. There's the prediction. 37.8%. This is... But look at, I mean, just look at our places in the table. How much sense does this make? That's not it. It's Manchester United in 14th, and we're in 5th. Amazing. But the supercomputer says it. Let's see what their lineup prediction is for us. Yeah, exactly what we said. Daniel Stock takes it's an inside joke with Daniel Mitzner. Yeah. Okay. That's that. The Opta supercomputer has spoken, and they can kiss my ass. Right. That's that. Let's move on. Check out what's going on our favorite Chelsea player Instagrams. Okay. See what's going on. Ooh, I don't know if y'all heard the news, but Enzo Fernandez splitting up with his wife, saying that he got married too quickly and he missed out on all the fun. Is this Dan the Broya is good, Dan? Maybe. Broya, broha. I'm the broha is good Asaf, though. I think he's okay. Good, good. He's good. He's good enough. Although he's been like injured this whole season. So maybe your prediction about him at Everton will be right. He hasn't really played much. So that's interesting. Okay, here we go. Let's check out some stories here. Oh, here's Broya. Certainly not playing at Everton. Yeah, but I think your prediction was that he would have 4 goals this season for Everton. I don't think he's played a single game because I think he tore his ACL. There's Neto. Nico. What's with these clothes these days? This is your generation, Daniel Stock, of all these weird big clothes. It's like a real throwback, isn't it? Valencia. Valencia got screwed up. That photo of Neto looked like Mount. Does he? Whatever. Sort of. Yeah, Valencia got messed up, dude. Holy crap. Drummer that everybody likes. He's like the biggest drummer online. El Estepario. He lives in Valencia and he was posting pictures and it was just like crazy.
Dewsbury Hole. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Rest in peace, Grandma. Oh, no. Wow, his grandma looks Hispanic. Rest in peace, Callum Hudson-Odoi's grandma. Daniel Stock. What a waste of space, that Dewsbury Hall fella. Yeah, no, he's not had like a single like good game to speak of, has he? I don't think he's had a single good game. We gave up Gallagher for that. Love to see it. Love to see Zola. You know who that is, right, Daniel Stock? Juan Mata Garcia with Ronaldinho. Bumped into a couple of half-decent players here in Sydney and Tim Cahill. It's hilarious. Haven't heard Tim Cahill's name for a long time. He used to play for Everton, I'm pretty sure. Cole's like, who the hell is this old guy? Who's this old guy giving me directions? Instructions. Thiago Silva, still playing, still doing it, still selling fake doors. Jorgensen. Everybody thought he was gonna surpass Sanchez, didn't they? And then nothing. Matic. I think that's Valencia too, isn't it? Oh no, it's not Valencia. What's going on here? I think we're gonna look for a new keeper soon. I do. You feel like it's one of those things with keepers, right? Like once they're that type of person, it's probably a mentality thing. Once they're the type of player that is a liability and you're a goalkeeper, it's a problem. I don't think you ever get away from that. I don't think you all of a sudden become a keeper that isn't a liability. Luis still playing. Yeah, that's true. De Gea's killing it at Fiorentina, so whatever that means. Oh, I don't know if y'all saw this. Was hilarious. So Jose Mourinho, he's like on the training pitch, and yeah, we got to check that out. Actually, it's hilarious. So he's on the training pitch, and he gets taken out by one of the Fenerbahce players. I guess he's wearing black, and the team is playing it. So watch over here in the middle, around that center circle there. Here we go. Just takes him out. The guy limps off. He's like, send the medic, send the physio. And he limps off. This is crazy. Just gets taken out. And then look at the comments. Oh, that's not it. That's the okay, I need to fix that. The comments are hilarious. I'm going to fix this real quick. Yeah, the special one, real special. And then 1 second, I'll throw it on there. The comments are really funny. Okay. What? It's not showing the comment. Oh, I got to go back out probably. You know what? What I'm going to do here is this. Yeah. Nemanja Matic. Well deserved. John Terry's laughing his ass off. Willian, Charlie Adam, if you know who he is. Asmir Beg used to play for Liverpool, among other teams. Asmir Begovic. I love this though. Matic, well deserved. Ay. Good times. All right, let's go back home. Moises Caicedo. I don't know who Plata is, but apparently he must play for the Ecuador national team. Mari Kellerman. Nobody talks about him. He's still here. David Washington. He might come back one day. Charlie Adam, as I was mentioning before. Badiashile. Looks so serious here. This is the face of a man who has no clue that Like almost every Chelsea fan hates him. Let's see if anybody comments here. Yeah, exactly. Look at this. The audacity to post Badiashile and KDH he's very hall after that terrible performance is so wild. Stop posting Badiashile. Admin has to be trolling. Badiashile needs to go. You gotta feel bad for him a little bit. Badiashile should stick to modeling. Admin, why are you setting them up? We don't care. Stop posting Badiashite. Oh shit. You have just spoiled my mood today. I hate seeing Badiashile. Dude, poor guy. Now I feel bad that I was talking crap. Oh, here we go. Man after my heart. Look at that. Badiashile out. Disasi out. How about it, folks? Wow. Dude. Gotta feel bad for him. But you know what? How can you? It's hard to feel bad for a guy that's making so much freaking money playing for the best team of all time. Right? Am I right? Gotta be hard. JT. Come and support the boys tonight. Chelsea FC development squad. Enzo, I imagine that's Fernandez out. Daniel Stock. All right, Daniel Stock. If you could get rid of either Enzo Fernandez or Disasi and Badiashile, what are you going with? And then you have to get Fernandez and Chalobah back. Curious. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm with it. You know I'm with it. I would love to go to these developmental squad games, wouldn't you? That's something I want to do. Next time I'm in London, I'm going to make a point to try and get to one of those games. That would be fun because I bet you get to meet all the players too. Or maybe I'm wrong, maybe you don't, but probably a better chance at meeting the players. I'm doing all these modeling shots. Keep them in the modeling. This was funny, actually. NWSL. You can easily do that, innit? Oh. I hate that you even said that, Daniel, but I can't be open about how I hate that you said that. You'd rather go to an end. You're trolling, bro. All right, let's see this.
6 years now.
But bro, you don't have too much to eat there.
No, I know, but I used to.
I agree because sometimes it doesn't go well and you want to change the haircut. Me the most cheaper, bro, I try.
What's your haircut? What you do?
Just a little bit.
Anything under?
Sometimes, but just in the summer, just for the vibes.
So the vibes, man.
Oh, man.
I've been with the same barber for 6 years now.
But bro, you don't have too much to eat there.
No, I know, but I used to.
I agree because sometimes it doesn't go well and you want to change the haircut. Me the most cheaper, bro, I try.
Yeah, that wasn't... I feel like I saw that full clip on YouTube or something and it was better. Fofana. What are you posting, bro? You're just posting ads. Reese. It's true, Daniel. There he is, the Wunder kid. Why, dude? Yeah, you'd have a great seat, Daniel. That would be really fun. That would be so much fun. You're right. You're so right. I can't talk crap about any United States soccer, seeing as I kind of work for them a little bit. I like Malo Gusto. I'll tell you that much. Dude, Chris Wood used to be good. Used to be good. 7 goals from just 3.7 expected goals this season, whatever that means. I bet you love this guy. What's his name again? Chris Wood used to be. He had like a season or two where he was scoring a lot of goals for where he was at. Julian Larange. Is that his name? Julian Larange? Forgot his name. He's the ESPN FC guy. Asmir Begovic.
But actually, our women's team are here at Goodison on Sunday night against Chelsea. So please get your tickets, come support our ladies, and hopefully they can get the 3 points.
Is he playing Begovic at Everton? I think he's, what is he, a backup keeper? Is he still, I didn't even know he was still, is he playing there? I guess he is. He's had one match. He was saying support the Everton ladies. Oh, Rami. Vinny Jr. is talking up Vinny. Can't have that music playing. Now that is a freaking world-class player. Would you say Vinicius Jr. is world-class? For fuck's sake? It's gotta be. Vinicius Jr., world-class. This is Enzo's kid. Enzo's kid is chubby. Cute, though.
What does it take to face cancer?
On him not winning the Ballon d'Or? Yeah, I think that the Ballon d'Or rightly went to Rodri. It's hard to say that Rodri doesn't deserve the Ballon d'Or, right? Won the Euro Cup and being like a linchpin. What you view world class as like a relative thing, I don't see it that way. I don't think of it that way anyway. Whether it is or it isn't. Name a better left-sided guy. Right now, besides Ronaldo. Not that he's in that form or anything, but yeah, I don't know. I think Vinny's great. I think he's probably the best on the left right now. As far as people that play on the left right now, yeah, he's probably the best. It's tough to know, like, what kind of numbers would he be putting in the Premier League. You know, he's playing in a league that at the end of the day, the defense is not the same as in the Premier League. The aggression and I feel like it's harder to score goals in the Premier League. It's just harder. Like, just is. Like, put Messi or Ronaldo in the prime of their career, they're not going to score as many goals in the Premier League as they did in La Liga. That's my hot take, if you have it that way. They just won't. I'm not saying they're not going to score an amazing amount of goals. They will. But they're not going to score the same number of goals in the Premier League. And I just think it's tougher competition in the Premier League. I think that goes without saying. There's really not much. It's not really that debatable. Yeah, the Champions League is a tournament, you know, and the tournament and they're the best team in the world, or if they win the Champions League, they're the best team in the world, or the best club team basically in the world, even though it's a European club competition. But you think that the competition in La Liga is as tough as the Premier League, like week in, week out? No way. I think it's. You think that? Do you think that Messi scores the same number of goals in the prime of his career, but in the Premier League? I don't think so. I think it's less. Like, he's scoring like 40, 50 goals a season, right? I don't think anybody has ever scored that many goals in the Premier League in a season. No way, but he performs on the biggest stage. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I think, like I say, I think Vinny is world class. I think Rodri deserved it. Just flat out. There's really not much you can say about it. I don't think there's much you can say about it. Oh. Think Timo Werner is world class? No, you don't. You do not think Timo Werner is world class. No chance. I think Timo Werner, like on the scale of these player rankings, he's probably in the average to good rank. Average to good at best. Probably Rian Brewster is better than Timo Werner. Wow, look at that. U17's England. Woo! Look, Mark Gahey. Wow. What? Chonachalacha? Come on, he's our boy. I miss him every day. We've got Dewsbury Hall instead of him right now. Steve Cooper. I didn't even know he managed. You don't know Rian Brewster? He's a Liverpool Academy boy. You don't know him? Interesting. Interesting. Ryan Sessegnon. Wow, look at all these young faces here. These two guys I really don't know. I have no idea who they are. But there's Brewster. Yeah, he doesn't know me. That's true. That's a very good point. Look at Foden. He looks like a child, even though he still looks like a child with more tattoos. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Mark Gahey, he looks exactly the same. I didn't know Steve Cooper managed the U17s, the England U17s, but okay. That's legit. There's Ruben Amorim. This is going to look at that. Didier. Did he present? Is that at the... Yeah, the Ballon d'Or. Did he present it? No. Oh, maybe he did. I didn't watch it. Who watches the Ballon d'Or awards? Are they even televised? I don't think so. David Washington. Poor Mark Guiu. Poor Mark Guiu. He's never going to play. He came from Barcelona to not play. Dude, why doesn't Noni like limit all the comments on his freaking Instagram? A little annoying. I want to comment, bro. Soon we are going to see. Yep, we heard that. That would be great. That would be great. All right. That's probably enough. I never said Guiu was great. I said he's good. I think he's talented. I wish that he had Mark Guiu is world class, bro. Next big thing. And a sure thing. That's how I talk usually about. Oh, this was interesting. Let's go over to here. Why is it so small? Gotta make that big. Oh, I made it. Look, Ashley Young. He's older than me, Daniel Stock. Ashley Young. It's like 39 years old.
I'm enjoying football. I'm enjoying myself, and I'm getting assists.
Old guys like me love to see this.
You're playing well. That's the main thing. That's the main.
He could probably start for United now. Hell yeah.
And, to play as long as I can, and whatever the manager.
Doesn't he look young still? I mean, he's got a little bit of a bag there on his eyes, but he looks young as hell still.
Picks me this weekend, and I'll be ready. I'm like that every day in training. I go out there, give 100%, and I'm a winner.
He could start for United now.
That's the main thing, and people will tell you when I lose in training, I'm not good to be around. So I just want to keep the form that I'm showing so far, keep that up, and keep playing as well as I can.
Rio Ferdinand, still butters, baby. Love it. No shot he could start. Who starts for them at right back? It's Dallo. Diogo Dallo, I think. Who's it? Diogo Dallo, right? Yeah. No, Dallo's legit. Yeah, he's legit. He's legit. All right, guys. Daniel Stock. Oh, one last appeal. If you're new to the channel, if you're just a stalker in the channel, haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the stream. But most importantly, that you subscribe so I could see you in the future. Guys, we're coming to the end of the show. Thank you so much to those of you who came by and engaged in the chat, mainly Daniel Stock and Daniel Mitzner. Daniel Stock, thank you for not trolling me to the point of complete embarrassment. And you said you liked my haircut and that I'm a good drummer, which I appreciate. Ashley Young used to be a winger. That's true. He did used to be a winger. But, you know, shit happens. You get old, man. What are you going to do? Guys, don't forget to do that. Like and subscribe. And Daniel Stock, thanks again for coming by, man. Appreciate it. Love to hear your voice, even if you're trolling me. And we'll get you in. We'll get you in on a stream if you're into it. We'll have you call in. Right? That's that, folks. You good for that, Daniel Stock? Yeah, I think it's good. Guys, thank you again for coming by. That's like my third or fourth thank you. Make sure you come back next time. You tune in next time. And until then, it's very important that you live football and prosper as one should. Cheers. Soccer? But it's really called football. Soccer? The creators called it football. Soccer? You know, you play it with your feet. Reading between the headlines. Soccer? But it's really called